What's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I'm going to do a video about the panic and different ways to look at it that have helped me significantly to totally relax, okay? The purpose of this video is because, again, I'm still getting phone calls from people, from friends, from clients from years ago, like, what do you think, I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm also going to talk about a lot of good things that are going on, but my main purpose is to help you to relax. Okay, so all right, let me straighten out a little bit. So all right, so I'm getting a lot of people calling. A young lady, she's 26 years old, she's a single mother, she's Filipino, and she's terrified. She's in the Philippines and she's scared. She's like, we're going on lockdown on Monday, so today's, I think, Sunday there, Saturday here, so it's Sunday there, so probably tomorrow. Well, okay, so I'm in California. We are on statewide lockdown. My county in the Bay Area and Los Angeles have been on lockdown since, I think, 3 or 4 days ago. The day that they announced it, we got literally, I think it was 12 hours, they said, we're going on lockdown at midnight. It's called an order to stay home, or stay home order is the technical term. People are calling it the lockdown. So the day before, we were like, whoa, and then everyone did another mad dash to the grocery stores and stuff. And I want to talk about everything that's freaking people out and to hopefully help you to relax, okay? Okay, so I'm sure you've heard that the year 2020 was going to be this golden year where all this energy came in, right? If you've been following anything spiritual at all. And it's all supposed to be, we're supposed to be like the wool over our eyes is supposed to be pulled off, and it's supposed to reveal more reality and more truth. That's probably a better word for it. So as I said in my last videos, this energy is a powerful energy, and it's coming in and it is cleansing out. It's like the pipes, right? And you have all these clogs, and these clogs are your old energy, your old emotions. And so the energy is coming through, and it's kind of tight, and it's forcing. There's a lot of, it's like literally, it's like a zit that can't pop, but it's getting pressure and pressure and pressure. So when it's coming through, it's bringing up all your panic and anxiety. It's bringing up a lot of issues that you've had your whole life, as a lot of spiritual people would say, even from your past lives. All right. So when this stuff begins to heal, that pipe begins to get cleansed of all that stuff, okay? So as each one of these heal, all of a sudden the pipe becomes cleaner and cleaner, and there's less clogs, like a plumber that unclogs a drain. So now this energy, it's still going to be coming through, but now it's going to be more of in a flow state. That's where I'm at right now. So on a spiritual level, we are going through, it's like a painful zit. It's scary, it's terrifying, but I think there's some things I want to point out that'll help you. Okay, so let's use some common sense. So last week, the media was attacking our government, Trump, whatever you want to call it, and literally, they're yelling at him, well, we don't have enough test kits. Why don't you have enough test kits? And something about that was kind of irking me, and I didn't quite get it until last night. I'm like, okay, so this is a brand new virus. I just read an article, I think it was 2 days ago, about the richest man in China, Jack Ma, who he's spending millions of dollars, a lot of money, and I think it was 500,000 or more of these test kits that he's sending to the United States. Well, number one, the United States has 400 million people. Yes, the government is also ordering more tests. Well, here's the problem. Number two, this is a brand new virus. The media was yelling at Trump, saying we have to have these test kits, but there's something they forgot. So we have I don't know if was it 6 billion people, 6.4, there's a lot of people on the planet. Do you really think just like that they're going to have 400 million tests? No. They're making them right now as fast as they can. So that was kind of a weird thing. I thought, well, that's a common sense thing. Now here's the other thing that I think is kind of diabolical, which brings up a little bit of a common sense thing. So the media just 3 days ago was all over our government saying, why don't we have enough tests? they were saying we don't even have enough tests for the people that are going to the hospitals and checking into the hospitals and going into hospital beds. So I'm thinking, wait, mathematically, something doesn't add up. So just last week they were saying we don't have enough tests, and yet for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, they've been telling us about all these people that are infected with the coronavirus. And yet they're telling us we don't have enough tests to test those people. In the last week, friends of mine have been telling me that their friends got a cold. So they called in the clinic, and the clinic says, yep, you've got coronavirus, and they document it. Stay home. And I'm like, wait, the media was saying that this is what they said, there's no way to know if someone has the coronavirus unless we test them. It could be a myriad of other things. One of the things they're saying is, I think your temperature only has to be 101.4. That's not that hot. And a cold could do that. You could get a fever from something, from an infection. And so if you go in there and you have a cold, from what I understand, from what people have told me on the phone, they call in to the clinic or to the doctor or to the hospital. They're saying, yep, you've got coronavirus, stay home. And it's like, what are you talking about? How could you possibly know over the phone that you have the coronavirus? I'm sorry, I'm not buying that. I'm just not buying it. So here's what I think they're doing. If you have a cold, they document it as coronavirus. If you got the flu, they're documenting it as coronavirus. If you've got, I forgot the other one, like pneumonia, not pneumonia, but there's another one that came up. They're documenting a lot of things, assuming that they're coronavirus. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Because I couldn't figure out, like, how do they know that the numbers are going up? They're saying these are the ones that we know, that we have documented. And at the same time, they're stating, but we don't have enough tests to find out if they actually are real. So I'm just like, and I've been talking to a lot of people, and they're like, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me either. So I think right now we need to wait until there's more tests. So let me get to another subject that I think is going to make you feel better. All right, so here's another thing. They are openly stating to us that 96.5% of all people that are getting the virus are healing from it, just as if they got a cold or got a flu, and they're going back to work or they're going back to whatever it is that they do. And that's something, all I'm trying to say is this. I think most people in their mind, the way the media is blowing everything out of proportion, they think like 50% of the populace is going to die. Gavin Newsom, our governor, has openly stated that if we don't take safety measures such as what he just, and this was 3 days ago, such as locking the state down, which he just did yesterday. So the entire state of California, to my knowledge at least, is locked down. The Bay Area where I live has been locked down for 3 or 4 days. And then Los Angeles also. Okay, so he's saying, if we don't wash our hands, keep 6 feet away, and in all the measures, the lockdowns and all that stuff, is that 50% of the people are going to get the virus. So I'm going, okay, so if we don't do this stuff, 50% of the people are going to get the virus. So now, of the 50%, approximately 3.5% are going to die, okay? So now you have to understand, like, that's only half the population, so that's only 1.5% of the population, and they're saying that's old people. I feel sorry for old people. I was just at a friend's house. He's 67 years old, and he's worried about it, so I'm not discounting that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to get you to look at the numbers in reality, because the media makes it look like in California alone 10 million people are going to die. It's like, no, man. I'm not saying they're stating that. That's not what I'm saying. But everyone I talk to, like, we're all going to die. I'm like, dude, we're not all going to die. Okay, just relax. That's all I'm trying to do. And so now that we are taking these safety measures, the Bay Area, Los Angeles, etc., and other businesses and schools have willingly been shutting down even 3 weeks ago. I know some schools on the peninsula, some the really expensive high schools, they shut down about 3 weeks ago, and they're like, we're done, we're shutting down, kids are not allowed to come to school. So now the entire state's on lockdown, so we are taking a lot of safety measures really fast, Okay. So that's going to lower the infection rate. All right, so let's kind of calm down on that. Okay, so let me got one more thing.